Is anybody here from Boston? Anybody? Okay. All right. I actually have the theme song for this Boston Red Sox show. It's like a dating show where the dates take place at Boston Red Sox games. It's like a reality show. And it's literally the most hated show in all of Boston because Boston Red Sox fans are very, very die-hard. Like, anything that dilutes the masculinity of the Red Sox is very not cool. And the dating show, so I was at a party recently. There's a whole group of kind of very, very masculine guys talking about the Boston Red Sox. And then this show, which is called Sox Appeal, came up. And so so these guys started saying like, oh, that show, I fucking hate that show. It's the worst show of all time, it's the stupidest show. My friend, of course, said, oh yeah, well, Chris wrote the theme song for that show. And I was like, me? No, well, I mean, so I made up some excuse about, it's just my job, I had to do it, it's like a little jingle. But anyway, so for that show, I actually ripped off this next song, which is my song. So I basically ripped off my own song as a theme song for this show. Nashville to Asheville, North Carolina. I searched far and wide to see if I could find a woman I could call my own, so I could buy her a ring and I could build her a home. But I always ended up by myself, with the blues in my heart and my love on the shelf. So I went from Chicago to Detroit, Michigan, but left the singles bar thinking I'd never have a wish again. And off to Minneapolis and maybe St. Paul. The girls are half an accent, I don't understand at all. Telling you boys I've been across the world. If you want to fall in love, go find the Boston girl. Well, when I got to LA, things couldn't have been worse. I was kissing with the girl and her implant burst. I didn't want a porn star or an actress wannabe, so I moved to San Francisco, but she was a he. And oh, it was me up to Salt Lake City, Utah, where if you look at the girl, you're breaking the law. I even had a date with a psycho in Seattle. We're picking the restaurant and the movie was the battle. And in Phoenix, Arizona, I had a candlelight dinner, but she ate with her hands, rubbed her face with her fingers. Telling you boys I've been across the world. I want an elegant, intelligent Boston girl. Boston girl, Boston girl, Boston girl, Boston girl. Well, Albany's so fun, I spent a month there one day. But Buffalo is cool, so I can't stay away. In Philly, Washington, and Atlantic City, I was searching and talking till it finally hit me that maybe I should end my year-long trip. Better forget about the dream of a relationship. Connect to the Mass Pike at I-95, singing George Jones the whole way that I drive. Couldn't tell if I was bad enough to be back home with 3 new gray hairs and 2 old tires blown. So exhausted from a trip around the world, the last thing on my mind was a Boston girl. But you see, Boston girls know how to deal with the traffic, and Boston girls don't have attitude, cause they have it. They can be dressed up, or they can be dressed down. They know just what to do when the man's in town. So I was picking the weeds in my lonely backyard, but suddenly I turned around to hear a lawnmower start. It was a beautiful brunette, so get out of my way. So whose lawn is this anyway? It can be yours and mine if we work real hard, cause the best kind of love is in your own backyard. I say the best kind of love is in your own backyard. So for love done right, take a trip around the world. For a job done right, we'll find a Boston girl. Boston girl, Boston girl.